Answer. And the first question stands in the name of Craig Foss.
Mr. Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Finance and reads, what challenges does the government face in putting together Budget 2011?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, there are many challenges, not least the ongoing job of undoing the damage done by the previous Labour government. Mr. Speaker, more recently, the February earthquake and lower than expected growth in the first part of the year have made the outlook more challenging. In the absence of decisions that will be outlined in the budget, we would have been expecting to return to surplus probably around 2016-17 and net debt peaking at 35% of GDP.
Supplementary.
Craig Foss.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister of Finance. What is the government's approach to meeting these challenges?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we are keen to lay out a credible path to surplus while meeting the very significant extra costs of rebuilding Canterbury. We want to get to surplus as soon as possible because it's only surpluses that give governments policy choices and provide a buffer against further unexpected economic events.
Supplementary. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, what kinds of changes are included in the budget?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the government has hinted at a number of those changes. We will take responsible steps to ensure that large-scale programs such as KiwiSaver, Working for Families and student loans are better targeted, deliver better value for taxpayers, and have growth that is controlled. The government will also seek a greater level of savings from the public sector to help fund improvements to critical frontline services. Some of these changes will be legislated for immediately after the budget, but none will take effect before the election. This will give voters the opportunity to make clear choices between what will be a responsible and balanced program from the government and some other kind of program from the Labour opposition.
The Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr. Speaker, does he agree that increasing the private savings rate is a challenge for the budget? And if so, does he agree with the warning from Standard & Poor's analyst Kieran Curry that moves to strip KiwiSaver incentives without offsetting measures may take the country in the wrong direction?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, no, the government has said for some time the focus of this budget isn't just private savings, it's national savings, because it is our overall and total liabilities to foreign lenders that makes our country so vulnerable. And as the member knows, we have amongst the highest levels of debt to foreigners in the whole world. So we're focusing on national savings, and the member can wait for Thursday just to see where KiwiSaver fits in that picture.
Craig Foss.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister. How does the approach taken in Budget 2011 compare with the government's two previous budgets?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's been evident since 2008 that this economy needed to be rebalanced away from excessive consumption and housing speculation funded by debt towards savings, investment and exports. And so Budget 2011 will be broadly similar to Budget 2009 and 10 because we are following the same plan.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Speaker, can the Minister assure the House that all savings booked in the budget will identify which vote and which line of that vote will be reduced?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the budget will meet all the standards of transparency around savings that have been required, but I'd have to say the government decision-making process will be much more transparent than that of the previous government, who got into the habit of uncommitted, unfunded.
Now, the member should be aware that I was getting to my feet. The question asked a pretty straight question about whether votes would show savings. I mean, it's a technical question that's capable of answer and didn't deserve that last bit. Had the question been a political question, no problem, but it wasn't. What I'll do under the circumstances is invite the member to repeat his question, and let's hear an answer without the the unnecessary bit at the end. The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker. Can he assure the House that all savings booked in the budget will identify which vote and which line of that vote will be reduced?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, the budget will meet all the usual high standards of transparency and the New Zealand fiscal system.
Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Mr Speaker, it was a very straight, albeit slightly technical question, and so that did not answer or even address that question.
Well, it did insofar as the Minister said it would meet all the standards of transparency that budgets are expected to meet. Now, it's difficult for me to insist the Minister give a more precise answer. What could happen as a further question could follow to ask whether that means
Thanks for advice, Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard, supplementary question.
Further to the Minister's reply, does his reply relating to transparency mean that all savings booked in the budget will identify which vote and which line of that vote will be reduced?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the reason I referred to in answer to the question, to the general standards of transparency around the budget is simply because I haven't tracked every single saving to every single vote. There may be some things that are going on within votes that represent savings in the budget, so I wouldn't want to misrepresent that every dollar is tracked in exactly that way, but I think it's most likely that that's the case.
Question number 2, Dr. Russell Norman.
Thank you.